Hey, what is going on, you guys? It's People Play NegativeAE, and I thought it'd be interesting if I brought you guys some Dead by Daylight today. It's a game that I felt like playing really badly today, and I've always wanted to kind of do a series kind of going over what I'm thinking as the killer in this game. So for those of you that don't know what Dead by Daylight is, Dead by Daylight, there's one killer and 4 people that are trying to survive. And how they survive is they work on generators, and each generator they complete gives power to an electrical exit lever, and that'll open up the exit so they can escape me, who is the killer. And my job is to just stop them from doing that. So you can see here that I am the Wraith. The Wraith is super cool. I like the Wraith because he can turn invisible, and while he's invisible, you can't hear me coming. Usually survivors hear the killer coming by their heartbeat, but while I'm invisible, the survivors don't know where I am unless they look at me, because it's like Predator invisibility. It's not like full invisibility. My goal as the killer is to just go by every generator at least once. If I don't find anybody, then I look for failed generators or people that are blowing up generators. So this is the first generator I'm gonna look at. There's no one there. And it's interesting trying to play the killer in this, because you never know where people are, and there's people blowing generators across the map, but I don't want to go over there. Here I hear a person working on this generator, and I get real lucky because it only blows up when there's a skill check and they try to leave. So that means the moment I approached her, she was trying to do a skill check, and it blew up on her. So the button for pick up and vault are the same. So I couldn't pick her up near that window, which is frustrating. But I managed to pick her up anyway, and we're gonna go to the closest hook that I can find, and place her on the hook. But I think the biggest mistake in this game is people try to puppy guard the body. You're much better off trying to find more people and put them on hooks. So now that you have 2 people on hooks, right? The more you puppy guard, the more time the people have to activate other generators, which is not what you want. So I happen to see this girl who I think is approaching to go save her friend, and I'm gonna chase her down. I don't care about the person on the hook right now. I'm gonna try and follow this person and maybe get a hit off at least. Because if you get a hit off, they start bleeding and they move slower and they make noises, which will help me later on. I noticed that she goes through this door, but I don't know what direction she heads, so I head left instinctively, trying to maybe outplay her, or be like, oh, you went left, haha. But I think she went right here, and I just want to destroy that so nobody can use that for future reference. I move faster while I'm invisible, and also they can't hear me coming while I'm invisible, so it's just generally better to stay invisible and look for them that way. I like the cornfield because it's hard enough to see in the cornfield already, and moving through the cornfield while invisible, I feel like it gives me a little bit of an advantage, a little bit. I'm just looking at all the generators. They already have one done, which is weird. I see that they took the person off the hook and they've healed her, which is stupid, because that means I have to hit her twice now, which is fine. I noticed that someone does something wrong over here, blows up a generator, and I noticed that they decide that they want to hide in here. I have an ability on this guy that I equipped, where while I'm invisible I can see people if I'm really close to them. And I happen to be really close to this girl, and I happen to see her through the thing, which is why I like using that offering. It's like an offering, I think, or an add-on, but it allows me to see people really close, which is really helpful, especially when people hide in stupid closets. Alright, so I managed to get this girl on the hook. I'm gonna go cloak and look for other people. I want to make sure that no one's in the immediate vicinity and tries to save her right away. And I also noticed that she's struggling really fast, so her hope of being saved is not very high, right? Because when you get put on a hook, you have a choice. You can either try to escape or not do that. And if you just try to not escape, your time goes slower, so people can save you. But the person on the hook did not know that, evidently, and tried to struggle. I managed to get this girl. This is the girl I was chasing earlier, and I'm going to go ahead and place her on the closest hook I can find. I think the basement's right there. The basement is a place where you can go, and there's only one exit out of the basement, so it's really easy just to put people there and then they die immediately. Because it's hard to get out once you go down to save that person down there. So not everybody likes to save people in the basement. I managed to have they managed to have 2 generators done. I put her on the hook. I want to make sure no one's in the immediate vicinity of her and saves her right away. And then I'm going to go about my business looking for a second person to put on a hook. And I happen to find them. They're right here working on this generator. And I'm going to go ahead and hit them. I think that they're lagging a little bit because there's no way I would just stay there. Yeah, you can see them on the ground lagging. And I'm going to go ahead and put them on a hook somewhere. You always want to put people on the hooks. And they managed to save the person that I put on the hook earlier, which is fine. They only have a limited amount of times that they can be on the hook. I think it's 3. And that girl was at her limit, so she was immediately sacrificed. So all I have to do is find them again and hit the girl that's injured one more time. And I see that I have 2 choices. I can either hit the girl that's injured or go after the blue-haired girl. And I'm going to go after the injured person because they're easier to strike down. Now all I have to do is find that last person, and I am golden. They have 2 generators done. But if you reduce to 1 person, they have a choice of going through an exit hatch, which is a hatch that is somewhere on the map randomly. You don't know where it is. And you have to find that hatch and leave when you're the last one. And it's really hard to. It's hard. Sometimes it's in grass. Sometimes it's just out in the open. But it's hard to find. And so I'm just trying to get this last person before she has the option of getting the exit hatch, right? Like I want to get her before this person on the hook dies, so I can do shit. I managed to see her, but I make the mistake of trying to turn revisible under a hazard, under like a tossable, and I pay the price for it. I pay the price. And so now I have to find her again, and that girl on the hook just died. So that means that the exit hatch is appearing soon, and I have to quickly find this girl now before she finds the exit. It's always hard trying to find this last person, but I managed to do it. And this girl is good, and I know she's good because she identified me, because I'm not completely invisible. I'm Predator invisible. I'm the invisible, the Halo invisibility, the invisibility that you can totally see coming, but it just kind of blends in with everything. So I managed to see her here. I'm gonna turn on invisible. I'm gonna try to chase her, but she heads that way, and the logical decision would be to follow her, but I didn't do that, and I end up losing her, which is terrible for me, because now I have no idea where she possibly could have went in this maze, in this stupid maze of a place. This is how you lose the killer right here. It's through this maze of walls that you can't see people through. So I'm trying my hardest, and she finds the exit hatch. Like, there's not much I can do. And it was a good game. It was a good game. I definitely have a lot more to do being the killer. Like, my experience being the killer is not very much. Not very much at all. But I'm trying, and I'm trying to be good at it. So I think it'd be interesting if, while I attempt to level up my killers and be a killer in these games, if I record a couple of them and explain what my thought process is, and maybe get some advice from you guys, if you guys have any advice on this game. I'm just freaking, look at that girl that escaped. She had so many perks. Oh my goodness. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this type of video, let me know. I definitely like doing things like this, like just kind of offshoot videos that are different from what I normally do, because it's good to kind of take a break from the roguelikes that normally happen on this channel. This is definitely a break. I have a lot of fun playing the killer in this game, and kind of experimenting with different things. Also, if enough of you have it, maybe we'll play like a subscriber game. I don't know. I don't know how many people on my channel would like this type of thing, though. Anyway, I hope you guys are having the best rest of your day. I hope you guys enjoyed this again. Leave a like if you did, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, you guys.